In the 1980s and 1990s, the San Francisco 49ers created the NFL's most impressive dynasty. In those 2 decades, San Francisco 49ers went to the playoffs 19 straight seasons and appeared in 5 Super Bowls, all of which they won. And here are the 5 championship trophies that the 49ers won in those 2 decades. Not only that, the San Francisco 49ers were the first team in NFL history to win 5 Super Bowls. Super Bowl 16 was in 1982. It was 49ers' first Super Bowl win, and it catapulted them into greatness. In that Super Bowl, they beat the Cincinnati Bengals 26-21. Super Bowl 19 was in 1985. In that Super Bowl, the San Francisco 49ers took on the Miami Dolphins and the high-powered offense led by Dan Marino. But it was the 49ers defense that held the Dolphins to 10 points in a 38-10 victory. Super Bowl 23. This is one of the most iconic NFL Super Bowls. The 49ers again took on the Cincinnati Bengals and won 16-20 on the last-minute drive by the one and only Joe Montana. It was an 11-play, 92-yard drive to seal an NFL Super Bowl victory. In Super Bowl 24 was a dominating performance by the San Francisco 49ers over the Denver Broncos. And I'll tell you more about this Super Bowl in just a minute. In Super Bowl 29 was another dominating performance over the San Diego Chargers, where Steve Young solidified himself as one of the best QBs of all time by throwing 6 touchdown passes, an NFL record. Now, I can go on about the Niners' franchise achievements, but I think it's important to talk about 3 of the big moments that almost all 49ers fans can agree are some of the biggest moments in franchise history. The first is the catch. The second is the Broncos blowout in Super Bowl 24. And the third is Terrell Owens' catch in the 1998 Wild Card playoff game. The catch occurred in the 1981 NFC Championship game against the 49ers' arch rivals, the Dallas Cowboys. This was the first time the 49ers had appeared in an NFC Championship game. And also, the 49ers had never beat the Cowboys in a playoff game in 4 games that they had played. This catch is one of the most iconic NFL plays and began the 49ers dynasty. And here's a clip of the catch. Is this connected to the internet?
Not much of a catch, yeah. I don't know how you do that, but I've seen it 100 times.
I don't think it's in
I don't know.
Well, that catch occurred. There's 58 seconds left on the clock, and Joe Montana rolled out on a play-action pass and was scrambling around 3 Dallas defenders in his face, and he was able to jump off his back foot, throw the ball over 3 Dallas defenders, and hit Dwight Clark on a fingertip catch in the back corner of the end zone. This play occurred in Candlestick Park, and you can see in the footage the house is shaking, the crowd's going wild. This is the 49ers, who 2 years before went 2-14, and they came out and they beat the best team in the NFL, the Dallas Cowboys. The second big moment in 49ers franchise history was the Broncos beatdown in Super Bowl 24. This was a dominating performance by the Niners and is widely regarded as the most lopsided Super Bowl game in NFL history. And this game epitomized the Niners dynasty and the Niners greatness in the 80s and 90s. Joe Montana hooked up with Jerry Rice, the best receiver of all time, for 3 touchdown passes and over 100 yards. And not only that, this is one of my personal favorite memories because it instilled in me a love for the 49ers. And after the game, I actually made my father buy me the jacket I'm wearing right now.
Super Bowl 24 featured a marquee matchup at quarterback, pitting Denver's John Elway against San Francisco's Joe Montana. The 49ers started their scoring surge with a 20-yard touchdown strike to Jerry Rice. Montana's second TD to Jerry Rice gave the 49ers a 27-3 halftime lead. Montana completed 22 of 29 passes for 297 yards and a Super Bowl record 5 touchdowns, 3 to Jerry Rice. John Elway struggled mightily, unable to throw any touchdown passes, only picks. The Denver offense was completely out of sync all afternoon, while San Francisco's offense demonstrated total dominance.
And the last big play I'd like to tell you all about is Terrell Owens' catch in the 1998 wild card playoff game against the Green Bay Packers. The Green Bay Packers had just won the Super Bowl the previous year and had been running wild over the 49ers in the 90s. This was a big game. It was at home at Candlestick Park, and the 49ers had to show up. The whole season, Steve Young had had problems with concussion symptoms, and we were not sure he was even going to play in the game. And if he did, his performance was questionable. On top of that, Terrell Owens could not catch the ball in this game and had 4 critical drops in the 4th quarter alone. The fact that Steve Young trusted Terrell Owens to catch the game-winning pass is telling of the trust that Steve Young had in Terrell Owens, and the fact that Terrell Owens was able to hold on to the ball while getting hit by 2 Green Bay Packers defensemen is a great story of personal redemption. And here's a clip of what I regard as the 49ers' best game-winning play. I was at that game, and I remember the emotion in the crowd. Terrell Owens was on the sideline crying. He was so proud of himself and his team for coming from behind on a game-winning drive, and to win it in such dramatic fashion makes me proud to be a 49ers fan. Thank you very much for listening. Let's go Niners.